very nice to meet you. I'm really a big fan of your work. And then I watched a lot of your YouTube video. So this 100 million counts some of my watch as well. So my question is, how do I really know what I want? So when I was 20-something, I used to know I want to go to graduate school, or I want to learn different languages, and I want to get that kind of job. So luckily I did a lot of them. But then after then, I don't really know what I really want. So someone asked me, someone offered me a job outside of where I am right now, but I wasn't sure if I want that or not. But it's not only that, a lot of questions in life. It's very difficult for me to figure it out what I really want. And maybe it's just something related, but it's also difficult for me to make a decision. So I'm looking for a house to buy around here. Some people it takes 1 day, or some people it takes 1 month. But for me it takes much more than a year. I have not made my decision. So for big question like in life, what I want, and small question like decide which house I like, I want to get your advice how I can make my decision.
우선 집부터 얘기할게요.
Okay, let's talk about the house first.
아무리 집에나 들어가서 살아보세요.
So go to any house and start living.
그때 가서 마음에 안 들면
And if you don't like it,
옮기면 됩니다.
then just move.
그걸 계속 이게 나을까 저게 나을까 아무리 생각해도 결정이 날 수가 없습니다.
But if you're trying to balance the pros and cons down to the ultimate detail for each one, then you'll never make a decision.
이런 것을 결정장애라 그래요. 심리적인 병에 속합니다.
So this almost is a mental disease, right? Your inability to make a decision.
이것을 치유하는 방법은
And the way to heal this,
빨리 아무거나 결정을 해버려요.
you just make whatever decision you want as fast as you can.
그리고 그것이 잘못되면 다시 바꾸면 됩니다.
And if that's not the right decision, you just change.
이런 것을 몇 번 해보면
And if you practice, do this multiple times,
개선이 됩니다.
then you'll improve.
결정을 안 하고
But if you don't make a decision,
아무리 이건 치유하려 해도 치유가 안 됩니다.
and if you try to solve this without actually making a decision, you'll never actually heal.
오늘 돌아가시거든 아무 집이나 들어가십시오.
So once you go back home tonight, just go into any house.
살아보면 다 비슷해요.
And because, once you live in one house, you're pretty much all the same.
공통점이 99%고
About 99% of them are the same.
차이점은 1%밖에 안
And
돼요.
the only difference between houses is probably 1%.
1% 때문에 그 너무 신경 쓸 필요 없어요.
And you're making too much of an effort for that 1%.
그다음에 내가 진짜 뭘 원하느냐
And what do I really want? That question.
그건 누구도 모릅니다.
No one knows.
왜냐하면 우리가 원하는 것은 계속 바뀌기 때문에.
That's because what I always want, what I really want, always changes constantly.
장례를 멋있게 치르는 걸 보면 야 나도 멋있게 죽고 싶다 이런 생각이 들고.
If I see a funeral that's really well run and everybody's attending, then I say, you know what? When I die, I want a funeral like that.
유명한 스님을 보면 나도 스님이 되고 싶고.
When I see a famous monk being respected, I say, you know what? I want to be a monk that's respected.
유명한 사람 결혼하는 거 보면 나도 결혼하고 싶고.
When I see a famous person getting married, and I want to get married too.
이렇게 늘 바뀝니다.
Because we always change.
거기에 진짜란 건 없습니다.
That there's no genuine what I want. There's no ultimate answer to that question.
진실은 끝없이 바뀐다는 거예요.
Except the only truth is that what I really want is constantly changing.
그 중에 어떤 건 좀 오래 가고 어떤 건 금방 바뀌고 그 차이밖에 없어요.
Some of us change our minds more often than others, but it's a matter of speed.
그렇기 때문에 그걸 바뀐다는 걸 알아버리면
But to realize that what I always want is constantly changing,
그 원한다는 걸 별로 중요한 가치가 없다. 늘 바뀌기 때문에 그 별로 중요한 가치를 안 둡니다.
then you stop putting an absolute value to the answer of that question.
그러면 저절로 해결이 됩니다.
Then you say, well, maybe it's not a big deal that I don't know what I want because it's always changing. So that question resolves itself.
얼굴 표정이 별로 해결된 것 같지가 않아요.
Yes, you don't look so happy though.
의문이 있으면 물어야지 그냥 들어가면 안
If
돼요.
you still have questions, you gotta ask. You can't just go back in.
So what do you mean? Like right now, if I just think it doesn't matter to know what I want, then how can I make any decision? Let's just say someone offered me a job, how do I make a decision? Like I don't know if I want this one better than the other. I know that what I want would be changed in the future, but now if I have to make a decision, how can I do that?
그러면 지금 있는데 그런 정도면 있는 데에 있는 게 낫습니다.
So if you are having those thoughts, second thoughts already, then I think it's better for you to remain in your current job.
부처님 이런 말씀을 하셨어요.
So Buddha said this once.
있는 법은 특별한 이유가 없으면 바꾸지 마라.
Said if there's a law on the books, unless there's a specific reason to change it, just leave it be.
없는 것은
But if there isn't one,
특별한 이유가 없은 한
unless
새로
there's a
만들지
reason,
마라.
don't create new laws.
내가 다른 것을 해야 할 특별한 이유가 없으면 그냥 있는 대로 살면 돼요.
And if there's no specific reason, for you to go somewhere else or to get another job, just let it be.
그러니까 지금 말씀을 들어보면 그냥 있는 데 있으면 돼요.
So when I hear you now, it seems like it's better off for you to stay where you are.
그런데 특별한 이유가 있어서 난 꼭 저기 가야 되겠다. 여기 죽어도 못 있겠다. 그럼 바꾸면 돼요.
But if there's a specific reason for you to want to leave your current position and go to the other position, then you can go.
I don't have any reason to change, but back of my mind, I always think, am I really fulfilling my full potential of my life? Maybe I think maybe there is something more than I know. I think it might be illusion, but that's something which makes me think maybe I should try something new that I have not tried before.
네, 지금 있는 직장에서 열심히 하세요.
So you can actually try to fulfill your potential where you are now.
근데 최선을 다해보고
You try your best,
내가 노력이 부족한 게 아니라
then you realize it's not the matter of lack of effort.
이 직장에 문제가 있다.
It's actually the position you're currently in.
그럼 바꾸면 돼요.
If that's what's constraining you, then you can change then.
지금 같은 상태에서 바꿔봐야 아무런 변화가 없습니다.
Because if you change your jobs in your current state, it'll be the same job, same situation all over again.